Hello, boys and girls. How are we doing? I've got to remember to look into this camera. The other camera's out. I'm down to one camera. I feel lost with only one camera. One of my Elgatos is broken. I'm Kevy 2 Elgatos now. So I've just got one for the gaming PC, one for the face cam, which means I now can't look over here into this camera that's not even turned on. It's very, very sad. How are we all? Hello, kids. Welcome to the pre-stream stream. This is where the cool kids hang. And yeah, Streamer Showdown stuff's just been announced. Kevy 5 times is going to become Kevy 6 times next weekend. And Niran's ducking me again. They're the headlines. That's all. Oh, and Ben apparently doesn't stick to his own stipulations. They're the three things. The three things you need to learn. I, next weekend, become Kevy 6 times. Never trust a word that comes out of Dr. Benji's mouth. And you'll never see me and FNG in the same room together, apparently, because he's afraid of me. Exactly. That was a really quiet notification we just had come through. Let me just bump that volume up a little bit. Sherko and Chris Kirkpatrick, thank you both very much for the subs. What's going on in the chat? Kev, the new light, does it cause an issue with the placing of the new 100k reward I'll be getting soon? No, it doesn't. It fits straight above it. It's fine. The plaque hasn't moved. It just means we won't have them both in shot. Once I become Kevy 2 plaques, they don't both need to be in the shot all the time. That feels a little extravagant. I might even put the new one above my head here and just sort of have it so that if I move my head slightly, you can see the second plaque. If we can fit it in there, that might work. What's going on with the draft being on Wednesday, not Thursday? A person wasn't available on Thursday who's in it. It's as simple as that, I think. I don't think there's any more to it than that. If it was on Thursday, it would have been meant a person who was going to be in it couldn't have been in it. I think that was my understanding of it. I mean, it doesn't really. Oh, is there an England game on Thursday? It could even be that then. This shows you how involved I am in the decision-making process. That probably makes more sense. If there's an England game on, that would make a lot of sense. He's ducking you to record a podcast on a bus. Seems a bit over the top. Yeah, any old excuse, eh? Any old excuse. How can I get in touch to explain my autism lockdown effects on our family? Comments section of today's video is the best place. Have I added the name in the game players? You would think I would have done, wouldn't you? I'm writing it on my pad, so I'll do it tomorrow. Name in the game. I will add them tomorrow. It will all get done. Need to add a star to the top of the logo for every time you've won the showdown. Apparently that is on the shirts now, so there'll be 5 stars above my logo on my shirt this time. Request a Kit tweeted that out last time. Who's going to watch England when we could be watching the showdown? Well, now everyone can watch both because they're on different nights. It's perfect. Right, shall we get on with some Football Manager? Because it is a little bit of a late start. I wanted to get through all the showdown announcements before we got into the stream so that we could all basically, so I had time to post the wanted poster that I spent half an hour making this morning and have ordered a physical version of. It's cost me 20 quid to get an A2 version of that printed out. That's going to be on the back of the door throughout the showdown. When I call somebody out, I mean it. I mean it. Rah, rah. Exactly. So today we're doing a transfer special. We were supposed to be doing it Thursday night, but things happened on Thursday. If you want to know what things happened on Thursday, you should watch the video that came out on the vlog channel at 5 o'clock today. So I don't normally stream at weekends anymore. This is Thursday, so just consider this to be Thursday, so you don't expect me on Sundays from now on. Although that being said, I am streaming all weekend next weekend because it's the showdown, but ordinarily I won't be streaming at weekends from now on. But we are going into a transfer window. If you're not familiar with the save so far, this is season 8 going into season 9. We're doing a bit of a journeyman save, a non-league to legend save. We started unemployed. We ended up getting a job at Llanelli in Wales, won the Welsh Premier League, went to Clyde in Scotland, did a couple of promotions up there. And now we're at Sheffield United. We joined Sheffield United midway through the season, spent loads of money. And I mean loads of money, including 9 signings on transfer deadline day, which I think is a personal record for me. And then we spent the rest of our transfer. We've got a lot of players already coming in. We've spent a lot of money, and now we're going to try and spend even more. I think we've got £32 million coming in this summer, if this is to be believed. we should have a budget of £32 million on top of the gazillions that we've already spent. I don't know why our wage budget is showing annually. This is why I said I wasn't going to swap back and forth between pounds and dollars and UK and US English between the two saves on YouTube, because now our wage budget is showing annually, even though we're back in UK English and in pounds. Football Manager can't cope with change. But we will be spending lots of money tonight trying to put together a team that can go up as champions in this coming year. That's got to be the plan. So I work from home tomorrow, then get 2 days off. Is that right? Yes, that's absolutely right. Kev, you keep stopping and starting again. Ah, do I? It's buffering, is it? Let me stop the stream and start it again, see if that helps. I'll just make sure Anna's not on her PlayStation. I just restarted the stream. So fingers crossed. It looks like we're not dropping frames anymore, which we were before. What I was trying to say... Stupid PlayStations. What I was trying to say is, goodness me, if you've got a PlayStation 5... Oh, my word. PlayStation 5s just eat all the internet, even if you're not downloading anything off of them. Just with them being on, they seem to take all of the bandwidth. We have reasonably fast internet, but any time a PS5 is turned on, it just destroys our internet. So Anna's gone offline, so fingers crossed with her offline, we should be fine for the rest of the evening. But absolute madness. We've got players redeeming, people redeeming youth player checks. Owen, I'm going to look at your youth player. And then we're going to get into this transfer window that I was telling you all about before, when you probably couldn't even understand me because everything was buffering so much. Chance would be a fine thing to get a PS5. I've been trying to grab one since. Have you tried buying one from a shop? That's what I did. Oh, we bought two. They're easy. Owen, you've played all these games out on loan at places. That's what you've been doing. Poor Anna, all she wanted to do was... I mean, I don't even understand that language. Conhow, thank you very much for the sub. Shops are closed. The internet's full of shops. Did I get my player yet? Probably not. I'm going to try and do the players at some point. It's getting around to doing it. I forget. There's so many of you now. I'll get them done eventually. I'll get them done eventually, he says. I've written them down on my pad. They are written on my pad, so I'll get them done tomorrow. Young player getting loaned out at Chelsea. I mean, you did choose a Chelsea player. It feels like you've made the mistake there. Scalpers have got all the PS5s. That's not true. I bought two. I'm not a scalper. Pab, who does the podcast with us, he got two as well. Got one for him, one for his sister. So they're definitely gettable if you just go get them. You have to act fast though. Right, this is our season review. So these were the best signings of the season. Harry Morgan, our Portuguese goalkeeper, who doesn't speak a word of English, but it's called Harry Morgan. He got signing of the season. We know we only had 5 games out of come. We need more from him this coming season. But we signed lots of excellent players. Liamond, thank you very much for the sub. Thank you very much. And the Davies Scoop. I almost did it wrong. The Davies Scoop. Thank you for the gifted sub as well. What's that, 4 in a row now? I've got that right. There's your confirmation. We did finish 12th in the league. I'm slowly losing patience with my graphics card. What's wrong with your graphics card? I'm losing patience with my internet. It seems we're sorted now, but goodness me. I had such a game with the internet yesterday trying to get the silly light things behind me to work because they all need connecting to the internet. It's been a nightmare. But I think we are all sorted now. Right, there's all your confirmation of all this stuff. I'm not going to dwell too much on the season review stuff because most of these players are going to leave. We're rebuilding the rest of the squad. Fingers crossed this is our £32 million budget, or else I've done it wrong. There's our £32 million budget. And still stupid annual wage budgets, which I don't understand. How do Americans cope with this? Which is weird because normal salaries in the UK, we always talk annual. But when it comes to football, it's always weekly. I don't know why. I don't know how I can make it switch over. It's not switching over, and that's annoying. But yeah, we've got plenty of budget, which is good. This means when I'm discussing salaries with players, I'm not even going to know whether they're high or not. It's It's going to break my tiny mind. I don't think I can cope with this. So the board's club culture is to develop players using the club's youth system, but they've given me £32 million to spend. So obviously I'm going to spend it on players to come straight into the first team. Madly, absolutely insane. They're going to let me spend... I've already spent 60 million since getting here in November. They're going to let me spend another 32 million and they'll be happy with a top half championship finish. It's just, they've lost their minds. Right, we'll tell the players we're going to finish top half. They're happy with that. We're obviously thinking in terms of this is more than enough money to go up as champions. We should steamroller the division with the kind of budgets that we've had made available to us. Go to preferences, then formats. I already did, I think. Preferences, formats. Aha, thank you. Wages weekly. Hey, now it makes sense again. Makes football sense. It already made sense. But now it makes football sense. Oh, what was that about the youth setup? Oh, we've improved our youth setup as well. There is money to burn here at Sheffield United. I'm not going to do too much in the way of transfers just yet because we've got all these players due to come in. So once they're in, which I think they all come in on the 6th of... Sorry, the 9th. Oh, so dates are still wrong as well. Hold on. I'm not... This is why the Born in the USA save isn't going to have... Isn't going to be in American English because we've also got the dates wrong. So there you go. Switch dates to the right way round. Ridiculous. MG, thank you very much for the sub. So most of these players come in June. He leaves on the 1st of July, but all the ones that are coming in are going to be... Why is the season finished so early? It's not even May yet. So I guess we can use this time to do a bit of scouting. Wait until the 6th of June or the 9th of June or whatever it was. And then see what our squad looks like. Decide what we need to sell. Or I guess we could try and sell some stuff now and then fill in the gaps of the squad. That's what I'm thinking. I've got Fahrenheit on as well, have I? Oh, my word. Where's that Fahrenheit? Get rid of that nonsense. Oh, I want it in Kelvins because apparently I'm Kelvin. There you go. That's got all that back to normal now. Ridiculous. The Eagles just earned a 10k bits badge. I didn't know that was a thing, but well done for your 10k bits and thank you very much. Go on vacation. I don't do holidays in Football Manager ever. Holidays are for the week. There's things we could be doing. We don't want to miss out on selling any players that we don't want, for example. So we don't want to hide players who... We want to hide players who are leaving, but not players who are on their way in, so we can get an idea of what's good in our squad and what we still might need. So with the players coming in, it looks like we're going to have 7 strikers. Poor old Hugill, we're just not going to be using anymore. We've got Postema. We've got Nick Stevens, who is a youngster. So 1, 2, 3. I think we keep Short, but I might get rid of Mora and Hugill and go with Postema, Stevens, Short. I don't think we need this guy, Anthony Gordon. But he's a winger, apparently. Who I presume... Did I sign him? I don't think I did. Did I sign this guy? Where does it tell me when he signed? No, he came in last summer. Okay, that makes more sense. Am I keeping the one-arm swan? I kind of have to. He's the one-arm swan. Thoughts on the showdown? There was one noticeably absent name who's scared of me, wasn't there? What are you going to do? One day I'll get to beat FNG, but clearly now isn't that time. He's just still afraid of me. Right, so we're going to work out who we're transfer listing here. So we're starting from the front. Oh, this is complicated. Right, let's do it just based on who's already here for now, and then we can always go through again when the next batch of players comes in. So we're going to do it the old-fashioned way. So of the players we've got who can play in goal, we've got who is Joe Bursick? I don't remember using him at any point. Yeah, he can go on the transfer list at 27 years old. We've got 2 old man backup goalkeepers who just don't need to be here, so they can both get out of here. Did I record my intro on a bus? I haven't yet, no. Showdown needs or the winner must stay on for the next month's Showdown. I mean, you say that, but it's not workable, is it? You can't force someone to make themselves available. I am only playing if he's got prior arrangements. He's got prior arrangements. I couldn't have done last month's Showdown, for example. because I was busy. So I do get it. I get that he's faked a prior commitment because he's afraid of me. That's what's happened, isn't it? Right, so we're going to transfer list those two and offer them out. You have permission to complain about my Nakar tournament bracket. That doesn't make sense. Complain about it on your own time. Do you think you'd want to one day own a football team? Only if it was home. Only if it was my team. Right, so we want Larios and Sa. And then that means we don't need any of these guys who are old and play left back. So Alvaro Fernandez can get out of here. We are going to have a lot of players to bin off because we signed so many without selling many. He can go as well.
10 months.
DJ G Lover, thank you very much for the sub. What happened to Posh last game? We didn't win. We almost lost. I think we're bottling it. I think we're very afraid. Right, I'm going to be using it as a centre back, so we're not going to count him in this number of right backs. He is a right back. And he is a right back. Which means we don't need an old man like this who's a right back, so he can leave. Livramento can leave. And that'll do there. And then at centre back, will Kev end up operating at transfer profit this summer? No. No. So at centre back, we've got, who is Anthony Rualt? Not anyone I've used. He's already on the transfer list. So he can go, even though he's supposedly the best one at the club. But clearly I don't like him. So we've got we've got Harding. We won't count Wang, even though we use Wang at the back quite often, but we'll count him as a midfielder. Nati we do use at the back. We probably do need to bring in a centre-back or two. And then we definitely don't need anyone who's a natural defensive midfielder. That's fine. We don't have anyone. Central midfield. Prieto we tend to use there, or on the left wing, I guess. He's our wonder kid. Got to keep my wonder kid in. I'm in the National League with Hartlepool in my third season, finding it hard to get out of that league. Sign really good players. Right, so 1, 2, 3. We'll use him in midfield. So 4, 5. We'll count Wang as well. That means we don't need your Aka. Tell me I didn't sign him. Did I sign him? When did he arrive? No, he arrived last year as well, so we want rid of him. Obviously, anyone who's my siding, I have to pretend I do want after all, even if I don't. But we don't want him. Get rid of him. Camera's already leaving. And then there's no more old men on there. And then attacking midfielders. So left wingers initially, we've got Angulo. We've got Fernandez, who we really play on the right, but Carvalho we don't need, so he can go. Gordon we don't need, so he can go. There's a lot of trash at this club. No wonder this club was so rubbish when I arrived. It was a terrible squad. On the right wing, Stevens, Mora, Simmons. Who is Reece Simmons? Do we keep him around? Maybe we do, maybe we don't. He's the cut-off point. And then up front, we've got Postima, Short, Hugill can stick around for now. In fact, we've got more players coming in, I think. I think we count Hugill as a flop because we didn't use him, which makes him a flop. So he can go back out again and we get rid of him. And Darren Owen, whoever he is, he can go. Get out of here. The one-armed swan we're going to keep around because he's the one-armed swan, which makes him awesome. Right. So hopefully we can get a big pile of cash for those players and get those sold before the new guys arrive at the start of June. And then we'll have a very good idea of what we're working with. Right, so they've offered that for him. That's fine. We'll now offer him out for a little bit more. See if anyone else wants to offer us a little bit more for him. Oh, apparently. Oh, has he got we had a fee agreed with Sunderland already. That's fair enough. Urian Timber, who's apparently worth £11 million. We don't want him. Get rid of him. We don't want to pay a wage contribution, though. We don't really want either of those deals. Let's offer him out again, but for a flat $5.5 million. See if anyone's going to give us that. I'm not desperate to sell this guy, having seen his value. I think we could probably find a space for him in the squad, but for now, we'll see if we can cash in at the moment. Aka, definitely I want rid of. So we'll take that 6.75. Now we'll offer him out for 7.5. See if we can get that. So this is my tried and tested technique for squeezing as much money out of players we're trying to get rid of as possible. And these have all got wage contributions, so we're not interested in any of these. We're going to offer him out for 5 million. So the first time we offer out, we're just really getting an idea of roughly what clubs feel like they're worth. Now we'll offer him out for 5 million. No wage contribution. See what happens. Timber is a mainstay of my Borussia Mönchengladbach title-winning team. Squad option, but his quality. Nice. He's frustrated at not being able to go to Midtjylland. Well, if he wants to go to Midtjylland, he can go to Midtjylland, but I want money for him. It's as simple as that. Where are you, Mr. Timber? There you go. Reasonable bid is what we're looking for. Yeah, let's say that. There you go. He's happy for me to ask for 11.75 million. I'm not going to. Right, so we now have got a £5 million offer for Gordon. So we'll now offer him out for 6. I don't think we're going to get any more because there was only one club in for him. So it's going to be pretty tricky to get a bidding war going, but we'll try. And the same situation with Timber. We've only got the one offer in so far. We'll try and get, let's say, 6.5, but I think 5.5 I can cope with. It's all money that goes into the kitty. I think we get to keep all of it. 90% of any sale revenue we're keeping. Although, what was that it just said? Once we've generated 7 million, it drops to 50% for the sell-on. That's less than ideal. I can cope with it. Any tips for a Leicester career mode? Yeah, watch my Leicester Let's Play that I did earlier in the year. Who the hell is he? Oh, it's for Timber. He wants to sell on. A payoff thing, does he? Oh, fine. I don't mind paying him off. Get rid of him. Someone just say Dupes in. Dupes in! One of my victims for next weekend is in. Hello, victim. How are you doing? Hi, LOLLUJO. You're a bad manager. Oh, yeah, but you're a liar, Ben. You're a filthy liar. You said he wasn't going to be in the showdown, and then here he is, back in the showdown. What a monster. You're not negotiating that payoff. Kev doesn't negotiate. Even if it would make sense to. Kev doesn't negotiate. Bum, 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 bum. Doom, doom, doom. Question for Kev. How many times have you beaten me on your own YouTube channel? I don't count how many times I've beaten you in friendlies, Ben. I just count how many times I've won the showdown. Is that never? Have I never beaten you on my channel? Aw. Bless you for having to go and find stuff like that out to make yourself feel better. That's adorable. Oh, dear. Right. In the memory. Yeah. I don't remember insignificant things like one-off videos. Right, let's try and get some money for some of these players. Get out of here, Livramento. See, no one wants any of this. Like, I might just leave them all on the transfer list for now. At least wait until the transfer window opens. We've got a long summer ahead of us. It's not like we need money desperately yet. We can just leave them sat there on the transfer list for now. Medveden, thanks for the sub. I've just poured my coffee all down myself. Oh no. I'm all messy now. So when you get a bidding for them, what do you do to get a bigger fee? Accept it and then offer them out for a little bit more, mainly. That's about it. Remember when you said I had the best squad last time? Now there's 2 of you, but I actually know about football. Now there's 2. I'm looking at those CAs too, Kevin. It's about time someone used their brain. But it doesn't matter. You could have a slightly better squad than me, Ben, if you get the luck of the draw and get to draft 1 spot ahead of me every time. You could end up with a marginally better squad. But we've all seen the questionable tactics you'll use with that squad, so you'll end up ruining it for yourself anyway, you silly goose. How about a home versus Thames match at the end of both series? I'm game. Ben will never get to the Premier League though, will he? So it'll be a little bit one-sided. Dun, 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 dun. Right, we've sold Kitching, which is lovely. McCormick has signed a new contract, which is also lovely. All the lovely things are happening tonight. There's still coffee lying around all over the place. Not acceptable. Bum, 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 bum. So who do we think's winning the showdown then, boys and girls? Obviously not Ben. Who do we think's winning? If I, you know, have a heart attack and can't take part. Obviously we know I'm going to win. How many cans are there? Just hold on. This is exciting news. Very exciting news. If we get Dave Cam on, you can see there's just the 1 can and it's not open yet. That's the can I'm going to drink this evening. And I found the bell, which Anna says I'm not allowed to use, so she's probably going to kill me for using it. How do I get my face back on? All my buttons have moved. I was fiddling with all my settings yesterday and now I can't remember where I've put everything. It's not good. I sort of had a bit of a tidy up. No, I won't ring it. I was just showing them that I found it. I need it for next weekend.
You are not allowed.
No, that's fine. I won't ring it anymore. I was just showing them that I'd found it for next weekend. Bye-bye, Anna. Is she still in it? Oh, she's behind me that side. Hello. Oh, look at that face. Look at that face. What? I'm not going to use the bell. I was just showing them that I'd found it. Yeah, I was demonstrating it. I was saying, guess what I found? Ding, 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 ding. You still there? No. I'm just going to leave it there. Look, it'll be fine there. We're leaving it there. I'm not going to ding it. I found that under the desk. I think my jingly bells might be under there as well. The ones that you do that with. Bye, Anna. We're selling your acca. Don't want him. Because he's not very good. It's today. Oh. Yeah, because it's the Royale version. Because it's an updated version of the game. Yes. Yeah, I might need a sub for the showdown if Anna kills me before then. I'm not going to press it again. I'll use it a lot next weekend, though, when I'm scoring all these goals. Look, you brought me a bell last time because you knew I needed a bell for victory. Oh, dear. I wasn't thinking that through at all. Right, where did we get to? Don't worry, FNG will step in. Oh, yeah, if he finds out I'm not in, he'll be straight there. What, Kev's not playing? Yeah, I'm in. I mean, is Ben still about? I imagine that's how the conversation went. So, Niran, do you want to be in the showdown next month? Is Kevin? Yeah, he's back. Oh, no. Not interested then. He's afraid of me. He's actually afraid of me. Who do I nominate to take my place if Anna does kill me? I don't know. Who could do my job as well as I do my job? It's a difficult one. I mean, it depends. If I get to draft in time, anyone will be able to win with my squad. It's all about the draft. Tomatham might be a good shout. Yeah, we'll get Tomatham in. To quote Naren, I can't be seen dead around Kev as it'll ruin all the coolness I currently have. You mean he can't lose to me? Yeah. It's bless him. It's cute that he's so afraid of me. I like it. I like the fact I still intimidate people, even after all these years. Double day is ring again. She will kill me. I'm not that stupid. Come on now. Look at all this money we've got. FNG has to sit on a bus. It's a valid excuse, Kev. I still don't really understand. I really don't understand. You can let me step in and implement. Get lost, Nix. Not a chance. He followed with Kev avoided me in season 2 and I won it all. Kev didn't avoid anybody. Kev didn't know he was in. I stepped out for a tournament so you could provide me with some fresh meat. And then here we are, season 3. I'm back. And it's just a bunch of people I've already beaten. What was the point of lining me up fresh meat if that fresh meat then goes and spends the weekend riding around on a bus? My word. Scolary, thank you very much for the bits. Much appreciated. Later in the year, you should do a streamer Showdown spin-off, but it's the partners playing and doing the draft instead. I mean... when we reach that point, I don't want to speak on Ben's behalf, but I think when we reach that point, it officially is the shark has been jumped and he's trying to rinse the last dregs of anything out of it before he retires to Mexico. I was on YouTube today and I saw a video with the thumbnail, how I make my Football Manager videos from your channel. Then refreshed and couldn't find it. Was I seeing things or was it? It was you want to look on LOLLUJO Live. It was on that channel. It's not on the main channel. If you look on LOLLUJO Live, it's on there. Apparently, Joe Hugill has no business being transfer listed. All right. Fine then. Who's Johnny Williams? 3 stars. Are you serious? I mean, who am I to argue with my assistant manager? But I disagree that he needs a contract. You've never beat Mike or Luke, haven't I? Haven't I? That's interesting. Well, there you go then. That's fun then. Then in that case, I take it all back. I approve. Gold Swagger, thanks for the sub. Have I really never been in it with them two? They seem like they've been around forever. You beat Dupe. I don't remember Dupe doing it. Dupe's been in it, but Dupe was in the early ones, I think, wasn't he? Like seasons 3, 4 back then, I think. Is that right? I'm sure I definitely remember Dupe being in it. Do 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 do. Everyone beat Duke. I mean, I'm certainly not afraid of Luke, having seen him do his little. And I can only assume he only had budget for one shirt off of Dr. Ben, because he tried to rip it off, bless him, and it got stuck halfway. He can't even tear his own shirt off. I think I'll probably be all right. I've burst out of clothes many times. It's not as hard as he made it look in that little promo video. And as for the other Luke doing his boxing, well, why is my mouse on the wrong computer? Why can't I click my whatsits? How's Dynamics doing? He wants to leave. Well, he can leave. Do a mouse. You do a mouse. Right. Charlotte FC want Hugill on loan until the end of the season. I don't know. I don't really want to loan him out. No. Why would I loan him out? That seems silly. Please give him to us. Lots of capital letters. I don't know who us is. Bum, 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 bum. Do you like my pretty new light then, boys and girls? Took me ages to set up yesterday. Ages. And I still don't know what was wrong with the one that I had there before. Just broken. Reminds me of Blockbusters. That's amazing. That's the look I was going for. I had to choose between the triangles and the hexagons, and I thought, no, I want it to look like Blockbusters. I'll have a pee, please, Kev. You can have a pee whenever you want. You're in the comfort of your own home. Who am I to stop you from peeing? Ooh. all the comedy's strung this evening. Oof. Oof. They look good. My dad might be selling off some DJ light boxes he built in the 90s later in the year. Could really get a party going in there. I actually bought, hold on, I'll show you this now. I never set it up. I might still set it up. I bought this for season 1 of the Showdown this year. Plug's tangled around something, but this is an actual like disco light thing that I was going to attach to the ceiling and have it kind of, yeah, I bought this and I haven't set it up yet, but at some point there might be proper disco strobe lighting situations. I mean, this is my job. But yeah, that needs to go into the ceiling. The reason I didn't set it up is because the cable wasn't long enough. So once I got it in place on the ceiling, I couldn't actually plug it in without having an extension lead going halfway up the wall. And it just looked rubbish. Even though no one ever sees that bit, other than the fact that I sit looking at that wall all day. And it annoyed me. So, or it would annoy me. I didn't actually put it up there. I just tested it. So I need a solution. What I might do, if I ever find myself with loads of time on my hands, so this is like a job for September when no one's watching Football Manager videos, is peel back some of the foam on the wall in front of me and put an extension lead behind the audio foam stuff so you can't see it, and then put my light on the ceiling. Dr. Max, thank you very much for the sub. Yes, new lights indeed. New lights indeed, as well as the nano leaf. I've also got, where are they? I've replaced my floodlights that I did have on the floor with these Philips light bars, which are supposed to be for behind tellies and stuff, but they hold on, let's get back into the thing. They're pretty cool for just lighting up the background a little bit. Just a little gentle lighting on the background. I redeemed check my youth player. Did you? Did you indeed? I suppose you want to check your youth player then. Barnacle. I need to make this more expensive. He checks every stream. That means it's too cheap. There you go. You got 14 goals for Clyde. And then Barnacle 2, because I'm if nothing else, I'm a generous man. Barnacle 2 is at Bristol City and scored 1 goal all season. Ridiculous. Where did I get the on-air sign? My kids got me that for my birthday last year, and it was part of the old backdrop in the garage, and then when I moved in here I put it on a shelf that was too high to ever be in the frame, so you never saw it. But when I was shuffling everything else around, I just moved it down and put it where Pac-Man was before. I moved Pac-Man down a little bit, but yeah, I don't know where they got it from. It was a birthday present last year. Posture check, hydration. Yeah. Lovely stuff. How's the weight loss going? It's stalled. It's massively stalled. I'll get back on track soon. It's just stalled. This music makes me want to order a Chinese. Order a Chinese then. I had a curry for tea. Separate discussion to the weight loss stalling. Did have a curry for tea. Thought I might be having my first cold for a year. So I had a curry to try and blast through the sinuses. Nose dribbling. I mean, this is lovely quality. This is streaming, this is. And I feel a lot better. But, you know, get all the food. How much money have I got at the minute? Hold on. £46 million. Very nice. And the new players are in a couple of weeks, and then we can decide what we still need from there. I could just go and blow it all on one player. Just spend 46 million in one go. Oh yes, there'll be some new signings coming in. Don't you worry. There will be new signings. Probably many new signings. Dude. Oh, we avoided a tax hit. Mainly because we didn't make a profit because I threw all the money away. Lovely. Matt Shorts was 5th for shirt sales. See, people love him. Tall, short Matt. He's a hero. Keep scouting. Did Clyde get promoted? I haven't even checked, and I'm just assuming they did. I even introduced the stream as we got promoted twice in Scotland. Oh, no, they didn't. What a total bottle job. That's hideous. Oh, dear. If only I'd have... The one-armed swan still finished as top scorer. Does he actually get that? Does it show up on here? No. If I'd have left the one-armed swan with them, they'd have gone up. Oh, look at that run-in. Oh, that was the playoffs. So they drew with St Mirren on the last day, and St Mirren went up. When did they play Dunfermline? They lost to Dunfermline there. Wow. I feel a little bit guilty now for signing the one-armed swan. Because he probably would have made all the difference to him. Oh well, not my problem anymore. Yeah, let's blame Charlie Barnacle. If he'd have stepped into the void, then they wouldn't have missed the one-armed swan. Oh, I'm a monster. Bum, 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 bum. He meant in your personal bank account. What? When he asked how much money I had? Like any sensible person, I have just enough money in my bank account to pay my next month or so's bills. Because any other money left in your bank account is just wasteful. Get it invested. Get it in a savings account. Get it somewhere where it's working for you. Don't leave it in your bank account, numbskulls. Niran's just replied to the wanted poster. Has he? Do we see what he's had to say? I assume he's admitting that he's afraid of me. Is that what's happened? Just teasing my prey before going for the kill. I'll be back next time to claim what's mine. I mean, I'm afraid. I'm really desperately afraid. Oh dear. Oh dear me. Got to negotiate an appropriate fee for me to come back next time. I'm back for one showdown only. I'll have my agent speak to his agent to see if I want to come back for season 4. I make no promises. I'm on a showdown to showdown deal at the moment. So when do we draft? What, for the showdown? The draft is on Wednesday. Hang on a minute. £11.32. Does this not also answer the bank account balance question? It might do. We'll get our people to speak to their people and see what happens. Exactly. That's what it comes down to. Will I play FIFA 21? What, right now? No. I want a LOLLUJO versus Zealand final. I mean, I'm not the person you need to tell. You need to ask Zealand to sort his life out. If that's what you want. I'm not in control of whether Zealand can get to the final this time. I'll get to the final because it's a showdown that I'm in. But I can't guarantee, I can't do anything to help Zealand get there. He just has to help himself. Talking of negotiations, any chair update? No. Is there any reason why it's a Wednesday this time? Someone mentioned earlier in the stream that, I mean, if Ben's still here, I'm sure he could clarify, but someone mentioned earlier in the stream that apparently England play on Thursday, so it might be that. I mean, it's been Wednesday before. I don't think it, I know the last couple have been Thursday, but we've done it on Wednesday, Thursday and Friday in the past. The draft night does sort of drift around, so I wouldn't necessarily read anything into it being on a Wednesday rather than a Thursday, other than the fact that it's just on Wednesday. It just is. Does it matter? Is it a big issue that it's on a Wednesday? How's my back? My back's fine now. I'm saying tentatively because I haven't really been sat at my desk since Thursday, so I'm hoping it stays fine. I guess this is where we find out if it was the desk, if it was the chair that's causing the problem. But it's been fine. I've had quite a chilled weekend. Nice relaxing time. It's been lovely. It's a very, why is it a very big issue that it's on Wednesday? England versus the mighty San Marino. Not an issue, just curious. I mean, if it's, I mean, I haven't watched an England game outside of a major tournament for a long time, so I wouldn't have even known England were playing, but Surely the Showdown clashing is not a big deal because not that many people would watch England anyway. Like I say, I don't know why that is. I mean, it might, maybe Ben's having his hair cut on Thursday. I don't know. I'm sure there might not be a reason. Maybe they just fancy, maybe they're just experimenting. Maybe they're seeing if more or less people watch on a Wednesday. Looking forward to my giraffe duvet later. I am looking forward to my giraffe duvet later. It's very exciting times. Probably not had a sore back in that KFC chair. I mean, let's face it, I wouldn't be sat in the KFC chair, would I? It's like 3 inches off the floor. I wouldn't be able to see the desk if I'd have been on the KFC chair. Ben's washing his headband, is he? Is he back on the headband again? What a silly goose. Right. I am not accepting any offers that have wage contributions. So 3 teams went for 6.5. So we're now going to offer him out for 7.5 with no wage contribution. See if anyone else wants to come in for him. Roundy, thank you very much for the sub. Ben said with the breakdown on Friday now, it's to give people a day off. That makes sense. Yeah. That's a pretty sensible reason. Right. We've now got 3 offers in at 7.5. So he wants to go to Bristol City. So Bristol City aren't in yet. So we'll accept one of these. We'll accept West Brom. And then we're going to offer him out for 8.5. And we need to go back and cancel that 6.5 offer from before. So we're just creeping the offers up and trying to get a bidding war going. So we're definitely not taking 6.5 now. Yes, Niran's ducking me again, I'm afraid. He's afraid of me. Right. We have got a player with loads of potential there. Kevin Musa. Yes, we'll offer him a contract, though. Oh, we've got so much money, I don't need to mess around with any of this. To offer everyone exactly what they want, apart from that stuff. Of course, he wants something stupid. Just have what you want. Contracts for everybody. Sorted. It must be nearly time for the new players to come in. So only Spanish. Is that what it is? Spanish and Italian players. I should probably start doing some research. Spanish and Italian players in the draft. As in players from Spain and Italy where they play, presumably, not nationality. I haven't looked. Do you think some people have gone back to normal? Do you think some people have gone back to normal when they're still in knockdown? Or they've just been breaking the rules from the start? I'm not sure what you mean. Obviously, there's lots of people breaking the rules. Yes. Yeah, exactly. Do I look Spanish to you? So I guess I'm just doing a Serie A draft. That's fine. I can make that work. I'm fairly new to FM. Just wanted to ask, are the star ratings dependent on the league competition you're in? No, the star ratings are a comparison against the best player you've got at the club. So theoretically, your best player would be 5 stars. It might not be if they're really not very good, or if you've got lots that are of a similar kind of standard. But it's all relative against your own players. So if you've got a 5-star player, but then sign someone who's much better than him, that player who you had who was previously 5 stars might drop down to 4 stars. And your new player comes in at 5 stars and everyone else drops down accordingly. So it's all relative against the rest of your squad. So if you've got a player who's much better than the rest of the squad, he'll have 5 stars. That's why it's a fool's errand to try and get an entire squad of 5-star current ability players, because it's literally impossible. You can't do it, because to be a 5-star player, you have to be significantly better than the average player in the squad. So you can have a couple who are 4, 4.5, 5-star, but the majority of your players are always going to be 3-star, and then you'll have players that are below that to balance out the ones that are above it. So it's all relative. Spain and Italy needs to pick from, then Germany, England, and France wildcard. Is it one wildcard again, like it was last time? Any news on the Born database coming out? Not yet. I'm sure it will be out at some point, but it's not ready yet. It will be. It will be. It'll just drop in a video at some point. probably this week, but maybe not this week because I might not have time to sort it because of getting ready for the showdown. If it is this week, it'll probably be towards the end of the week, would be my guess. Wild card would be Virgil. Whoa, I don't know. My wild card might be someone like Joe Thromez, because with long throws now being dependent on how good the player is at taking long throws. I mean, you've seen from the home videos that long throws can still be pretty effective if you have someone good taking them. You just can't have random nonsense taking them anymore. So it might be worth using my wild card on someone who's really, really good at long throws to take the long throws from both sides, just so that I can carry on being a monster with long throws and take people down to Long Throw City, which they'll love. They'll love it. Am I still enjoying board in the USA after all the issues? What issues? There haven't been any issues. I'm not sure what you mean. Yeah, as Scotty says, if you have 20 players with 200 current ability, they'd all be shown as 3 stars. Exactly. What day is my sponsored stream? One day this week. You could narrow that down because it'll be one day this week where I'm not doing the showdown. Sure, you can find somebody with good long throws without using a wild card, but they need that combination of being good at long throws and good enough to be starting every game in a role that works in the system that I want to use. So we'll see. I mean, I probably will end up using it on Virgil if I can use it on Virgil, because you know I love my Virgil. We all know when they do a showdown that they actually bring back players from history in their peak. Yeah, I mean, to be fair, I'm not the biggest culprit for the long throws. Who's sponsoring the stream? Never you mind. You'll find out on the day. It's going to be lovely. Star rating also depends on current form, so players can over and underperform their current ability and earn higher and lower ratings. That is also true. So yeah, your 5-star player might not necessarily be your best player at the club. He might just be playing out of his skin at the moment. So bottom line, take it very much with a pinch of salt. But I love salt. Apparently we have an FFP deficit. Wow. Whoopsie. I mean, that's not even my fault because this is over 3 years. Why, if we've already got an FFP deficit, are they letting me spend another £53 million? Because I'm spending it. What all that means is we've got one season to get the job done here. We're going to spend 100 million this summer. We're going to flop out of FFP massively, but hopefully go up as champions and use that to spin off into another club, and then it doesn't matter. When is the FFP cut-off date? Failure to comply will result in the following actions. If neither promoted or relegated, a transfer embargo will be imposed. The club's finances will be monitored. So what happens if we are promoted? So what you're telling me is if we get promoted, it's ignored anyway? Is that what that means? Because if that's the case, we'll just go for it and let it be wrong. Can we have some long throw merch? If it works again this time, yes. Will long throws be a thing because they've been massively nerfed? Long throws haven't been nerfed. Long throws for players who aren't very good at long throws have been nerfed. I've played all week long, not scored any long throws despite my 2 takers having 20 for long throws. Then your long throw tactic is trash. Watch the last few home videos. They definitely still work. I've scored just as many as I was scoring before. Just out of curiosity, who's England manager in my save? England manager is Slaven Bilic. There you go. Right, new players about to arrive. Here they all come. Harrison Davies proves it works. Even Wales are using Davies headers now. Yeah, absolutely. You need someone who's got good long throws and a Harrison Davies / Virgil van Dijk style player. I've scored 7 goals from long throws with guys with 11 long throws in my last season with a default tactic. Exactly. I don't remember any crazy long throw goals in home recently. No, there's not been any crazy ones, but we've been scoring from them. They're just not crazy ones. Right, he's gone. He's gone. These boys are in. Got another goalkeeper in. And we've got a name in the game chappie in. Delightful. Let's welcome everybody in. And then we'll have another look through the squad, see if anyone else needs to go on the transfer list now these boys are in. And then we'll work out what we need, because this is all our signings now that we'd already pre-arranged. That's certainly a big pile of cash to throw out in one go as well. Oh, our Chinese star's going to give us a revenue boost. Awesome. Hao Chow, our new Chinese striker who's not good enough to get anywhere near the team and doesn't have a work permit. Whose idea was this? So we can apply for a new work permit in August. Oh, why did we sign him then? Ridiculous. Scotty wants to check in on his youth player. Hold on. Not Acotty. Although, have you considered changing your name to Acotty? Scotty is at FC Dallas, on loan from Leeds, and not scoring goals there either. Come on, Scotty, you should be doing better than that. Right, so let's have a look at the team report now that the new players are in. I mean, it's pretty clear we need defenders. Defenders are absolutely essential, so we're going to go out and find some defenders now. But first, let's just have another quick look through the squad, see if there's any obvious problem areas where we've got too many players. So 3 goalkeepers I think is fine. These 2 definitely need to go, so let's offer these 2 out again. We don't need 5 goalkeepers over 21. That's ridiculous. Right backs. Roundtree is a left back, so he's new in. Looks like we don't have any new right backs in. Livramento we need rid of, because he's worth lots of pennies, I think. And then at left back we've got these 3. I guess we keep all 3 of them because 2 of them are pretty young. We didn't really need Roundtree, but I can cope with that as long as we get rid of these 2. So he needs to go, and he needs to go. And then at centre back, we're definitely short because we want rid of this guy. I don't really know why we've decided we don't like him, but we don't like him. Then we've got Cum, we've got Harding. I guess Wang can play there, and that's it. Midfield, any of these new boys in? No, nobody in, looking particularly special. Carvalho can be offered out again. Camera is already leaving. And then an attacking midfield. Okay. This is all looking about right. Tommy Topley's new, isn't he? I guess Tom Clark is new as well. And then lastly, strikers. I mean, Hugo's so far down the pecking order, I am going to offer him out again. And just bin him off. And also, Gordon needs to be gone as well. Apparently, I can't offer him out. Why can't I offer him out? Is he already... Oh, he's already got a deal arranged. Lovely stuff. Right. So, defenders are the priority. Let's go see what we can find in the way of centre-backs. So, centre-back. That's all we really need. If we can get a couple of good centre-backs. We don't actually need to spend loads more. Lee, thank you very much for the raid. Foxy's decided to raid us. Hold on, we'll just nip. Lee, these are strikers. That's what we call these. Strikers. You should get some for next weekend. What's this strange blue ball that everyone's... Why is all Lee's like got their balls out? What's going on? Explain the ball situation. I don't get it. Very odd. Right, let's what is going on? Let's have a look at strikers, shall we? 20 years old? It's my idea of a striker. Why am I looking at a striker? I don't need a striker. This Lee's in. Lee wanders into the air, and I'm like, I need strikers. Strikers are needed. We don't need a striker. We have lots of strikers. We needed a centre back. None of these are any good. Right. Good old shiny disco ball. What's not to like? I mean, fair enough. Fair enough. Did I bring the one-armed swan from Clyde? I did bring the one-armed swan from Clyde. We should probably let him go back so that Clyde can get promoted. Because I do feel guilty about what we did to Clyde. By taking the one-armed swan away. Right. Centre back. This is what we're after. Willie Kamwala is at Birmingham. Now the window's open. Can I just offer him a contract? I can. Let's throw all the money at this guy then. I'm not going to strengthen the midfield or improve the coaching team. I don't like all this stuff he's asking for. But we'll offer him a deal. And then Harold Jenkins at 19 with loads of potential. Feels like that's his strike partner, centre-back partner. Playing for League 2 Coventry at the moment. How much can we get him for? About 5 million. When was he last scouted? Doesn't it normally... Oh, that used to be over there, didn't it? So he's only just been scouted. He's still being re-scouted. We'll get an offer in the meantime. Obviously on the Never Never. Because that's how you do transfers, boys and girls. Always on the Never Never. So, 2 centre-backs. Boom. That's what we're looking for. And then we'll see what happens. People are very excited about the prospect of us having Willie, Wang and Cum in our back three. I mean, yeah, I guess you would be. That's not even the main motivation behind signing him. He looks quite good. But then I remember we've got Wang and Cum back there, and it kind of becomes inevitable, doesn't it? My team's been put together by a 9-year-old. Right, he can leave for any money. As can he. I mean, he must be out of contract at the end of the year for the offers to be that low. Livramento are getting £3 million offers for. We'll take £3 million for sure. We'll take 2 million for him, and those two can boost their Whatsits up. Lovely. Kev just wants a team full of funny named people. I mean, that is pretty much what I live for. If you have a funny name, you get the job. Yeah, I think that's fair. Just gotta hope we get him now. We need Willie. Absolutely. Oh, the game saving. That's a good opportunity for you to go and check out NordVPN. They're a great VPN. It's cheap. They're great. You should probably go and check them out because they're both cheap and great. Well, I mean, in fact, it's not their slogan. It should be their slogan. You should be able to buy t-shirts and just say NordVPN underline cheap and great. That's what I'd do. This is why I should be in marketing. I know how to sell a VPN. It's cheap and great. That's all you need to know. Right, still no offers for them lot. We'll just leave them on the transfer list for now. I'm backing down. Why did I back down there? I didn't need to back down. I should have forced him out. Hugo doesn't want to leave. Right, David Bander. Don't really want to sell 16-year-olds who've got a little bit of potential. Right, Celtic are after my Willie. Oh, hello. What's this? Right, adjust budgets a little bit. Whack that up a bit higher. We've got to fight off Celtic here. Dun, 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 dun. You need a VPN if you've got... Oh, dear. Oh, dear. Right, hopefully we get Willie now. That's the plan, anyway. Bum, 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 bum. Must be a South Korean called Bum somewhere. Childish. So very childish. Right, Anthony Gordon has gone. This is, I mean, last summer's transfers were so poor. We're having to bin them off for less money than they came in for. Now Villa are after Willie. We'll offer a little bit more again then. When we've got money to burn, we might as well just throw it at him. Just have all the money, Willie. Great job, chat. Choking on my drink here. Brilliant. Oh, dear. I'm just going to stop reading what's going on in the chat now. It's making me a little bit upset. It's a little bit uncomfortable reading. So you want butts and fannies coming in as well. He is on a free. Willie is on a free. That's right. Aye, aye, aye. Right, we're getting Jenkins. That's a positive. We've signed one defender. Now we just need Willie. And that can be our new centre-back partnership then. Well, we've still got Cum as well that we need to use. We did spend £10 million on this. We don't need to go too over the top on defenders. But Harold Jenkins is in with all of his lovely potential. Beautiful stuff. We're having a recruitment meeting in a second. Firstly, contracts. We're not going to worry about them. Right, what do these rascals think we need? Because I bet I disagree. Why do we need another striker? We've got all the strikers. I mean, we'll scout them. We'll if they're going to force my hand and make me sign a striker, I'll sign a striker. It just seems a little unnecessary. We'll take him on trial. We'll take him on trial. If there's players available for free, we'll have a little look. We'll just keep scouting these boys. Come on, scouty, scouty, scouty. Come in on trial. Scouty, trial. Scouty, scouty, scouty. And have a trial. Hooray. I like these recruitment meetings. Someone was telling me the other day they don't like the recruitment meetings. I don't understand. Recruitment meetings are ace. Oh, now Stoker after Willie. How much more money can we seriously offer him? Is he that good? What's our highest salary at the moment? Before I increase his salary offer even higher. So we do have players earning more than we're currently offering him. Bearing in mind there's no transfer fee, I guess we can offer him more and just keep offering him more. More, more, more. Make it so he can't turn us down. There you go. No one else is going to be offering him 54,000 a week, surely. Surely. It's not about his skill, it's about the branding of Willie. I know. Is he 6'5"? Is he genuinely big, Willie? Because that's amazing if he is. Where is he? Oh, he's 6'5". Oh my word. That changes everything. Have a look at free agents. Well, there won't be many around until we get to the 1st of July, so we'll hold fire until then. You lot are so childish. Have I mentioned that? So very childish. Who the hell's Ben Smith at Wigan? Oh, hello. He's 19 and English and better than Fernandez. This feels like someone we should be in for. This feels like our kind of player. How much have they offered for him? 4.2 rising to 7. We're going to offer the same. We're just going to offer 7 on installments and see what they come back with. Yeah, that'll do. The fact that they're in for him suggests we should be in for him. That's the logic I'm using there. Pretty sure you don't understand our sophisticated humour. I know, I'm sorry. I'm not sophisticated. I've been told many times I'm not sophisticated enough. He's insisting on all of this stuff. Wow. Wow. I mean, we're not going to do that, and we're not going to do that. But fine. We'll offer him a contract. We'll see what comes of it. Came for the showdown, stayed for the willy. Yeah. He has a really boring name. I'm sorry. They can't all have brilliant names. Sometimes you just got to get them because they look good. Kev needs a back three of Willy, Cock and Holding. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh. Da, 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 da. That guy's called Jong. Is that enough? Do, 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 do. Kyle, thank you very much for the sub. Do, do, do. There's a player at Stevenage called Cumming, is there? I'm going to stop streaming in a minute. Even I've almost had enough of this. This guy, this is the guy we looked at before. Look at his ridiculous value. We looked at him on Wednesday night. Aaron James Plays, thank you for the sub. Thank you very much. Ev is going to sell all these players now. I think I might. We're going to build the most stupidly named team in the history of the world, and then I'm just going to leave and go manage someone that's not smutty. How do you link 3 monitors to 1 PC? You need enough monitor holes on your graphics card. Technical talk there. But how many outputs has your graphics card got? If it hasn't got 3, you can't add 3 monitors. Right, Livramento's leaving. Have we got Willy yet? Still waiting on the Willy deal to go through. Do, 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 do. Oh. Can I put a HDMI splitter, then have 3 ports out? Well, a HDMI splitter, to the best of my knowledge... Ah, we didn't get Willy. We'll just... It won't go to them all at the same time. You would have to choose between which ones your output goes to, I think. No, Willy. Very sad. So we still need another centre back. So back to the drawing board. We've got one in, but we need the other one now. Just get all these boys scouted. Just look at the team report. The so Jenkins, the new youngster who came in, is there. So we now need another centre back and then probably a central midfielder we'll go for next. So centre backs, Florin Pandelli at 22. See, he's only 6 foot rather than 6'5", and he's not got a silly name. So it's less interesting. But is he available for free as well? All this money to spend and we're just going to bring in free transfers. What have I become? We might not get him because of work permit. Can't believe we've missed out on Willy. I mean, this guy's called Vanny. Is that near enough? Oh, God. If we say it with a little bit of a lisp. Right, let's look at midfielders as well. There's not much to go for here. Let's see. what my matey boy can do for us. He was on the recruitment meeting. So maybe we want him. Remind me in August we need to get a work permit for the Chinese lad whose name I can't remember. I can't read out almost all of the stuff that's in the chat at the moment. This is unacceptable. And it's amusing me greatly. But it's unacceptable. I don't condone it. I am enjoying it, but I don't condone it. Ah, Willie. He was at Man United before, was he? Well. How could you forget the name Hao Chow? Because I've got a lot on my mind. I have a nice question and you ignored it. I mean, I didn't ignore it, did I? I just didn't see it. So you could probably ask it again. Ah, there you go. I see the question. What are you looking forward to most when lockdown is over? Conventions. I want to get back to Comic-Con. I want to get back to EGX and Insomnia. And just conventions. I miss my conventions. I didn't go to any conventions all last year, and it troubles me greatly. I need to be in a room full of nerds doing nerdy things. Right, there you go. Tickled them with talk of top half. They're all happy with that. Oh, we lost out on Smith as well. Surely we're not going to have one of those annoying summers where our players keep going to the other clubs. Ah. Right. Just keep scouting. We've still got a defender hopefully coming in. Florin Pandelli. We'll wait for that one before we start pushing for anybody else. Where did Anna find the giraffe bedding? I think it was from Asda. I can't 100% confirm that, but I think it was from Asda. I've seen a news report of someone paying 1,599, presumably. Oh, there you go. You do say pounds for some bananas. Nice. Can't stand conventions, too crowded and sweaty. I like it being crowded. It's fun. And I'm always sweaty, so it doesn't really... I don't really notice that I'm in a sweaty place. If anything, it's better that everyone else is sweaty too, because then I don't look out of place for being sweaty. Whereas when I'm just sitting in a chair and sweating, people are like, that fat guy over there's just sweating, sitting in the chair. So I quite like sweaty environments because it makes me stand out less. Right. Christy Corcoran. Might be just the kind of midfielder that I want. But first, defenders. In fact, let's have a look at everything that's available. We don't want to miss out on anybody good. He's up, right. We need to put the filter on for players who might actually join us. To get rid of free transfers who've already gone somewhere else. There's a player there at Luton in the Championship, valued at over £20 million. That's absurd. Absolutely absurd. Right. So Pandelli might actually be the best option for us at the moment. It is indeed Asda. Just ordered myself a set. Awesome. The other thing I'm looking forward to is being able to get back to the gym. All my life, I've been a big fat lazy man until the run in to lockdown last year. The first sort of 3 months of last year, I went to the gym every day. I was really getting into it, really enjoying it. And then lockdown happened and ruined it for me. But I'm hoping I still have that motivation and that enjoyment when everything opens up again and I can just get back into the habit of going to the gym every day. But obviously to be able to do that, I need Andy to be at school as well, because I can't just leave him at home while I go to the gym. So yeah, gym, because health and all that. But the thing I'm really, really missing more than anything is conventions. Plus it'd be nice to get back to the football. It'd be nice to be able to just go out and do stuff. It'd be nice to just go bowling, go to the cinema. You know, that kind of thing. We want to get back to Disneyland, although it's becoming increasingly clear that's not going to happen this year, which is a shame. Because the kids are getting older all the time, as people in general do seem to have a habit for it. And my kids are no different. They do seem to get older every year. And we're getting to the point where they're going to enjoy it less the older they go. Well, I guess Disney's a little bit different. But like things like going to Alton Towers one more time before they're old. I don't know if that's likely to happen now. Posture check. There we go. Posture check complete. Age is just a number. Yeah, try telling teenagers that. Never been to a gym, but lockdown has made me see how useful and convenient they look. I'll be joining one. Probably at least another year before conventions, gyms, and other normalities return. Maybe in America. In the UK, probably not. Gyms are opening again next month. Conventions are being announced for later in the year. They're talking about having Wembley full for the Euros. If Wembley can be full for the Euros, then they can certainly put 30,000 people in the XL for a convention. And it'd probably be unlimited numbers anyway, so it probably wouldn't be that many. Hydrate, I will. But I'm pretty confident I'll be at a convention before the end of the year. Buy a gym with your FM Twitch millions. I mean, you say I've got FM Twitch millions. We're down to 365 subs now. You lot don't love me anymore. Desperate situation. This is why I've got to take all these sponsors. Oh dear. That's not millions. Right. João Carvalho. We actually want rid of him permanently, so we're not going to let him go out on loan. We want him out permanently. Let's just take that off and just offer him out. Haircut's another one. Yeah, I'm never going to go back to a barber's again, I wouldn't have thought. I've been cutting my own hair for a year now, and I'm pretty... I think I'm actually doing a better job of it than the barber used to. So I think my days of going to the barber for a haircut are over. Kev, thank you very much for the gifted sub. Which convention do I like the best? Comic-Con. London Comic-Con is my favourite time of the year every year. We're obviously going to miss the May one, but I am hopeful I'll be there in October. If it runs, I will definitely be there. I have an Airbnb booked already. Pity sub. Look, I'll take it. I'll take a pity sub all day long. Who's Doom Sage? Don't know, but they've got a sub now thanks to your generosity. Where's Shady? Shady's computer's been broken, hasn't it? So he's not been able to be around, which is a desperate shame. Somerset Fruitcake, thank you very much for the sub. How come they ask for thousands and thousands for their players, but have the cheek to ask for your players for chump change? Because they're rascals. The time I used to spend travelling to the barbers, waiting for a chair to come free and getting a substandard haircut, might as well do it myself. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. I think I'm giving myself a better haircut. I'm in profit on them now. It's absolutely, I'm in profit on my haircuts. So I used to spend £10 per haircut, but I bought £30 clippers and I've been using them every month or so for the last year. And I don't have to sit around and wait. It's brilliant. Doesn't that go to you then? Oh yeah, the gifted, I get the money for the gifted sub, but they get the sub. It's awesome. I could do without the awkward small talk with a barber. I mean, I'd been going to the same barber for about 30 years, so they knew not to bother. They knew I wasn't going to talk anyway, so I had the barber well trained for not talking to me, but they did still do give me a terrible haircut every single time. Am I still going on with the pound challenge? What's the pound challenge? I'm not sure what that means. Accept. Friendly proposal. Oh, are we playing Posh? Oh no, it's in the chat. Oh, first day of the championship season is against Posh. Should we get a friendly setup against Clyde? We probably should. It's the least we can do for them after ruining their season. We'll even go away to let them have the money. Clyde. Why is it not letting me do it? Oh, I'm not that interested. I've messed that up somehow. I'll be surprised if international travel is allowed until at least late summer. Yeah, we've kind of resigned ourselves that we're not going to Disney this year. When we're trying to lose weight by 40. Yeah, why is that the pound challenge? I don't understand. Yeah, I'm still trying to lose weight. Maybe if you engage in small talk, the haircut would have been better. Absolutely wouldn't have been worth it. I hate talking to people. Can't stand it. Right, Beagles has appeared on our scout reports. Not good enough, though. Bum, 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 bum. You were a teacher, you had to talk to 100 kids a day. Well over 100 kids. Yeah, that doesn't mean I enjoyed it. And teaching is very different to talking. I can present. I mean, I can sit and do this. I can stream. I can present. I can teach. I can do any of that stuff. What I can't do is conversation. I've never been any good at conversation. I can communicate very well if I've got something to communicate, but I can't talk about nothing. It just annoys me. I hate unnecessary communication. I don't care where my barber's going on holiday. I don't want them to talk about it. I don't need them to know where I'm going on holiday. I don't care about the football result from last night or any of the other nonsense, you know. Ugh. It's so boring talking about nothing. There are very few players that are any good that are available. How do you find regens in FM? Well, there are no regens. They're new gens, which I don't know if you're asking because you're specifically looking for regenerated players because they don't exist anymore. If you're just looking for new players, I find them the same way I find any players. I just scout. Scouty, scouty, scouty. Aren't you doing small talk to the chat though? No, I'm presenting. We're chatting. I'm entertaining. I'm not asking you where you are going on holiday, and there's 300 of you, so it makes it a lot easier to keep the conversation flowing. You lot are leading this. I don't know how much attention you're paying, but you lot lead the direction of where the conversation goes. I'm not ever changing the topic. I'm just bouncing off you lot, which I can do. What I can't do is, yeah, talk. Ugh. Feel bad for that old barber. Must have been so weird. Nah. All Kev has to do is reply and pick the subject he speaks on. In a barber is you're trapped one-on-one. Exactly. Exactly. See, you get it. Plus, if I run out of things to say, if we have any awkward silences, I can always just talk about the game. There's always something to fall back on. Who is Chevron Elaine? Oh, someone we're clearly getting rid of. Ah, that's another rejected work permit. I mean, we may as well bring him in because he might get a work permit at some point. Charlie Barnacle's not good enough. We do still need a centre-back and a central midfielder, I think. There's a lot of very young players appearing on these scout reports, so I'm hoping they'll be exactly the kind of players that we're looking for, just appearing out of nowhere. Am I going to go for Vanny? Is Vanny going to be good enough? My concern with him is he doesn't really have the potential to get better. He's already as good as he's going to get. And that puts me off a little bit. I'm more likely to go for someone like this guy. But he's not going to get a work permit. Because we've got the work permit randomness going on now where I don't know who's going to get a work permit and who's not. Didn't mean to clear that. Let's try that again. Midfielders. Is anyone good turned up in midfield? Ray Kleck. I think we might sign this guy or try to. But he's probably not going to get a work permit. Let's try and sign him and see what happens. Didn't we try and sign this guy before? Mohammed Cobber Jr. I feel like we tried to sign him back in January. So we'll try again now. Whoa! Whoa! That said we could get him for 800,000. How is he all of a sudden 39 million? Probably need a new scout report on that guy. George wants me to check on their youth player. So George. There we go. You are at Wolves. Oh, you're quite good. We're not going to be able to afford you. So Wolves have just been relegated. Have you got a relegation release clause? No. Oh, well. There you go. Pandele's in. Or will be in. And we're trying to get Kleck. Who's another one who's not going to get a work permit, but we'll throw money at him anyway. I did have a great weekend. Thank you very much. Hydrate. I shall. Lovely. Decline. Decline. Hi, I'm New. Hello, New. How are you? What brings you here? Dun, dun. Bum, bum. We might be able to bring in some free. After all this, we're not going to spend any money, are we? We spent it all in January. I'm really struggling to find anyone worth spending the money on this summer. I guess it won't. It won't be a disaster to make do with what we've got. That cough came from nowhere.
Hi Kev, how's the Fit by 40 going? Not had a weight update in March.
Polly, thank you very much for the sub. It's going okay. I'm not really losing any weight at the moment, which is why you've not had an update. As and when I hit another milestone, expect an update then. It's slowed down massively at the moment. It's been a little bit throughout this month, but we'll get back on track soon. As in, like, immediately. The plan is to get back on track. Dun, dun, dun. Right, we've released some players. Contracts. Blah, 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 blah. Loan players are back. Very much looking forward to the gyms opening back up. Yeah, so am I, definitely. How's the family swing ball? We had a little bit of a go on it again yesterday. It's fun. I like swing ball. How's the save going? The save's going all right. Although I'd like to be able to spend a bit more money, but we're having fun, and that's the main thing. We're having a lot of fun. Right, it is not quite. I was going to say it's the 1st of July. It's not quite. It's about to be the 1st of July, which means we could potentially get some free transfer action going, which would be very nice. Shouldn't have celebrated Pancake Day. I've never acknowledged it, and I'm just fine. Yeah, but you American folk like Halloween. Whereas I don't do Halloween. Pancake Day's awesome. Dun, 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 dun. I'm not. As much as I'd like to sign some players from Born in the USA, pretty sure they won't be in this. Streamer Swing Ball Showdown, definitely. $30 million on a random funny name play on deadline day is then. Yeah, I'd be up for that. Definitely up for that. Right, just confirmations of some of our other players leaving. He is in. And we need to figure out a way to work permit him. Him and the Chinese guy both need work permits. Please and thank you. If that could be arranged, that would be lovely. Random question. If you could change your name to anything, what would it be? I wouldn't. My name's Awesome. Is there a place on the internet where you find the rules of the different football competitions for FM? I wouldn't have thought so. They're all in game, aren't they? If you want to know the rules for competitions in FM, you can just go to the competition and look at the rules, and they're all in there. Far fewer people care about Halloween than you think. The pandemic may finally have killed it off. Yeah, but nothing's going to kill off Pancake Day because it's awesome and pancakes are the greatest food. So I'm never going to not do Pancake Day because pancakes are sensational. Dun, dun. Richard Sanchez. Do we want this guy? Maybe we do. He's got all this Premier League experience. He's a bit old. But sometimes it's nice to have an old man in central midfield, pulling the strings. Let's try and get ourselves a string puller. But only if he gets a work permit, otherwise I'm not interested. Remember that video where you locked everything up on Halloween? Yeah, absolutely. We've celebrated Halloween once in our life, and that's because I was paid to. That's the only time we've ever done Halloween. It was fun, but I wouldn't have spent all that money on tat if I hadn't been given a tat budget. Right. What have we got then? Still no new names appearing on here, really. Which is most unfortunate. I mean, the squad is fine. Have we got some slightly lesser centre-backs who can draft in? Yeah, exactly. So if we have to go with this squad, it's fine. But I will be so disappointed to end a transfer window with that kind of budget sitting there. But then we are failing FFP, so maybe I'm being sensible. Let's say I'm being sensible for now. Yeah. Wasn't it? Yeah, it was Asda were the sponsors for the Halloween video we did. They sent us to a pumpkin patch. It was awesome. I have autism. I have a lot of respect for you. Thank you very much. Costume parties on Halloween are top notch. See, you say that, but I don't like parties at the best of time. But London Comic Con is usually on Halloween weekend in October. So with everyone in their cosplay, it kind of doubles up as Halloween stuff, and it's cool. I like cosplay. Just Halloween seems a bit pointless. It's not even the Halloween side of it I don't like. It's the whole concept of trick-or-treating I don't like. If you're in the window with the money left, spend it in January. Absolutely. Only just started playing FM for the first time a few days ago. Found your YouTube videos. It's helped me a lot. Cheers, mate. Thank you very much. Glad you're enjoying them. Or glad they're helping. He didn't actually say he was enjoying them, but glad you've found them and they're helpful. I'd happily never have another fireworks night again. See, I like going to a nice, well-organised fireworks display, but I hate the fact that it's an excuse for people to set off fireworks for 2 weeks. I would be all for banning the sale of fireworks to the general public. And the only place they could be done was at organised fireworks displays. I don't see why people need to have fireworks in their own garden, set them off for weeks on end. It's stupid. But if you just have one night where you have some fireworks go off, I think that's quite cool. I like fireworks. Kev, you should cosplay. No, the problem with doing cosplay when you're fat is people don't, like, if I did cosplay as Batman, for example, people wouldn't look at me and think, oh, Batman. They'd look at me and think, oh, fat Batman. You see it around Comic-Con all the time. So unfortunately for fat people, you do have that problem of you're never cosplaying as that character. You're cosplaying as fat version of that character. So can't be done, unfortunately. General public should only have silent fireworks. General public has no need for any kind of fireworks at all. It's not necessary. Maybe one day someone will give me a good reason for why they should be allowed to have fireworks in their garden, and I'll just still maintain it's not a good reason. We're going to sign someone up. We're going to sign Feelman off of Young Boys. It's the Feel Man. Come on. In he comes. In he comes. Get him off Young Boys. Dun, 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 dun. Probably no point signing a Colombian, is there? Because there's just no way he's getting a work permit, even though he has all the potential. I mean, we've got to try. We've got so much money, we can just throw money at players like this, even though they won't get a work permit, and sell them on at a profit at some point. Corentin Paletia. Was at Arsenal. Can he play central midfield? Yes. So let's try for him then. It looks like he's not going to get a work permit either, which is annoying. Work permits are a pain in the trousers. Who do I manage on FIFA 21? I don't manage anyone on FIFA 21. I only play Ultimate Team when I'm playing FIFA. If I want to manage someone, I play Football Manager because it's better. I haven't played FIFA at all for like 3 months now. So don't be asking me who's in my Ultimate Team because I don't remember. We had a nice display for my granny and grandpa's 50th wedding. We asked the police if it was okay to do. Still don't think fireworks were necessary. I'm a monster. Wasn't there a Thor in Non-League Legend a few years ago? There was. I've been a fan of yours for every 3 years now. I love all your videos. Thank you very much. Seems like the Swiss top league is ranked high enough to avoid work permits. Excellent. I remember there was a fire on my street in July. 55 people in a house during lockdown. Wow. That is pretty stupid. Don't catch many streams. How did you end up at Sheffield United? We were offered a job when we were at Clyde. So we started at Llanelli, went to Clyde, and now we're at Sheffield United. Just typical non-league to legend progression type stuff. We've been here about 6 months. We're spending all the money. We love spending money. This guy, £25 million we're turning down for him now. We might actually have to use him. He's a striker who scored 2 goals last season, and we're turning down a £25 million offer for him. At some point, you got to think, 12.5 million a goal. Do we start accepting it? Yes, you can get Football Manager on iPad. Bum, 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 bum. Right, Kleck is off for a work permit check. We can just get one good midfielder in who actually gets a work permit, that would be helpful. Bum, 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 bum. Oh, I'm tempted to ever do a Total Extreme Wrestling Let's Play. No, because it would be really boring. Really boring. See, this guy's now not getting his work permit, which is annoying because he's so good. And he doesn't even want to sign without one. Fair enough. Have to respect him. At least wanting to play some football. Am I scouting South America? I'm scouting the entire world. He was a South American. He was Peruvian, the one that just didn't get a work permit, despite him being good enough to walk straight into our team. I think we're actually in quite a frustrating situation where we've got Premier League budget, but we're in the Championship, so we can't. So the players that we would get if we were in the Premier League with this budget don't want to come to us. They'll go somewhere else, like Willie. But we've got far too much money for a team at a level where you typically just buy League One players or decent Championship players. So I think it's going to be very difficult to spend the amount of money that we've got because the players that might come to us are going other places instead. In my save, I recently moved to Germany and I feel relieved not to have to deal with work permit nonsense. Yeah. The budget, we've got £50 million to spend. 51 million. And loads of spare wage budget as well. But our squad's already good enough. Were we really doing... Oh, we were doing 2 up top because we were playing... Yeah, I remember. Okay. Okay, I'll allow it. I think we'll stream any games apart from FM in the future as a one-off. Yes. I'll be streaming a non-FM game this week, for example. Right. Oh, the one-armed swan going out on loan. I want him to go to Clyde. I think that'd be quite nice if he went to Clyde. What's the season preview looking like? Excellent question. Yeah, 8th. And we have... No, oh, we have... He's ours, isn't he? Why is that a weird orangey colour? Is he us as well then? No. That's a weird colour. I think the colour's off on my monitor, unless it's just my red-green colour blindness being annoying. But Prieto's in there as one of the best players in the division. I mean, he is good. Does he look Spanish to you? Because he should. Because he is. Sign all the players from the Dream 11. We won't be able to. We won't be able to get them. George is in there, look. 32 million. I'm not spending 32 million pounds on a defender. So this guy's the best. You are? What's a good game? Anna's discovered Persona 5. By discovered, I mean she's found the disc sitting on my desk. When I sold my PS4 the other week, I just took the disc out and left it lying on my desk. So this is the best player in the division. We're obviously not going to sign him. Second best player in the division is Hugo Chan, a £50 million rated striker. Yeah, we're not going to get any of these kind of players. Do I like Swansea? I don't particularly dislike Swansea. So you need to do a board in the USA now and sign all those players in the Media 11. I know. Surely 35 million is worth the money for a great player. We're a championship side. It's not. I can't imagine a situation where I spend 35 million pounds on a player in the championship. Just seems like madness. I mean, let's scout them all. You never know. Scout, 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 scouty. Scout, 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 scout. Scout, 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 scouty. Scout, 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 scout. Thoughts on the Beneliga? I have a save of it. What's Beneliga? I don't know what that is. Dennis, thank you very much for the sub. I did with a regen and he became the best English striker in the world. But were you in the championship at the time? Belgian league. Ah, okay. I don't really have any thoughts on it. What time are we going into? We're going to get to the end of the transfer window and then call it a night. Like I said, I don't normally stream on Sunday nights these days, so we're not going to have a late one because I've got to be up mega early in the morning. But we'll get to the end of this transfer window. A proposed joining of Eredivisie and Belgium. So, oh, this is the... Okay, I get it. The Belgian, Dutch and Luxembourg league smushed together. Why didn't I sell Stevens for 25 million? Because if someone's willing to give me 25 million for him, he must be good. So this guy does get a work permit. Baffled, but we'll have him. How Posh doing in real life? We're going to go up as champions. As long as we don't have too many more days like yesterday. So, he's good. He is our 10th best central midfielder. Just spent £3.5 million on him. Yikes. Another player who's not come to us when he could have done. Oh. We want bargain-tastic players, but there just aren't any. As I said, the guy from Young Boys got a work permit because he was the Swiss Super League is ranked highly in the work permit things. Okay. Hydrate. Would you play any other games on stream here? Yes. That's been asked a lot of times tonight. Yeah, definitely. Not right now, but yeah, definitely. Posture check. There we go. Posture check complete. Problem when I play other games is hardly anybody watches me play them. So because I'm all about the numbers and lining my pockets because I'm a mercenary monster, this is how we do it. Only just arrived, is it because Benji's ventured to GTA? I don't know. I haven't asked anyone why they're asking, really. I certainly wouldn't play GTA on stream, that's for sure. No, I enjoyed GTA when it came out 10 years ago, or whenever it was. 7, 8 years ago. I'm not going to play a game that old. We have Jason Ward-Prowse. Is that James Ward-Prowse's son? Touted as the next Tom Finney. Interesting. The next Tom Finney, you say? Feel like we should probably be in for him. Come here to me, next Tom Finney. Eagles, thank you for the bits. But I play and other games. Yes. Do I have a look at Financial Fair Play? No. What's my favourite non-sport game recently released? How recently do you consider to be recent? I'll throw the question straight back at you with another question. Give me a time frame. You should get NASCAR Heat 5. Nope. Would love to see you playing a proper racing game. When you've contradicted yourself there. You've said NASCAR and then said proper racing. Tom Finney fans have been waiting a while for the next one. Yeah. 2018 onwards, my word. Best game released in the last 3 years. Detroit. Or Persona 5 Royal. Or what else has been good? I liked Crusader Kings last year. Who the hell's Steven Zambrano? Oh, okay. So he gets a work permit. Fair enough. I haven't finished Red Dead yet. No, I was playing a bit more of it last night. I'm working through it slowly but surely. I'm enjoying it. It's not as good as people made out it was, but it's fine. Last of Us 2. Yeah, Last of Us 2 is a good shout. Last of Us 2 I really enjoyed. Yeah, I think if we're looking at the last 3 years, though, Detroit. Detroit's one of my favourite games ever. It was brilliant. I've not played Horizon Zero Dawn yet. I have got it downloaded on the PS5 ready to go at some point. That's probably going to be the next thing I play after Red Dead Redemption 2. Because I don't get a lot of time for playing games anymore, I play stuff well after it's been released. But yeah, Horizon's probably going to be... It's the next thing on there. Wait for it. Horizon. I want this guy, but we're not going to get him because he'll fail a work permit and a medical. I want him. Really want him. I mean, we'll make an offer and see if we can... Maybe he can pretend he's not injured. Does it matter if he's injured if he's not going to get a work permit? Just let me have him. Stream Red Dead one evening as a one-off. No. I don't feel the need to monetize everything is the main reason. I need to do some stuff that's not work. Video games have always been my hobby. Football Manager was a huge hobby. But gaming in general is my hobby. So I don't need to be working when I'm relaxing. So yeah, I play Red Dead when I feel like playing a bit of Red Dead. And I sit here in my pants and have a lovely old time. And it doesn't need to be streamed because I wouldn't enjoy it as much if I was streaming it. The thing is, for me, I mean, you gotta remember this thing you don't already know. I don't watch any gaming content. I don't watch anything on Twitch. I don't watch any gaming content on YouTube. The idea of, I mean, why am I saying this in front of you? Like, the idea of watching someone else play a video game is really, really dull to me. I don't understand why anyone would want to watch someone else play a video game. I fully acknowledge the irony of that, bearing in mind what my job is. But Football Manager, I think, is a little bit unique because it's so hands-off. I can just... Basically, I'm having a chat with you lot whilst I'm playing Football Manager. But if I was playing Red Dead, there'd be long periods of me listening to cutscenes and concentrating on difficult bits, and it would be a very different kind of stream. And to me, I would find that really boring to watch. I would never watch it, so I don't really want to do it. And I get that there are people out there who make that kind of content, and there's people out there who watch that kind of content, but it's not for me. So yeah, I'll play my other games for fun, and if there's something I think makes good content, I'll make content on it. I watched the stream of Showdown only because I had to, and I didn't watch any of the Football Manager. I watched the Lowdown. I didn't watch any of the individual channels, so I wasn't watching any of the actual Football Manager, but the Lowdown's just very entertaining. To me, gameplay is my bedtime treat. Of difficulty, gameplay helps me out a lot. Okay. Twitch is better than YouTube. I mean, I guess it depends what you're judging that based on. I'm always going to be a YouTube loyalist. YouTube's where I got my start. YouTube's where I make the vast majority of my money. YouTube is where I'm more popular. Twitch is fun because we get to sit and have a chat. But I'm always a YouTube guy. Have I ever played Skyrim? I love Skyrim. Skyrim's a great game. I watch games that I don't know if I'll enjoy or can't afford. Fair enough, that makes sense. Right, don't want to sell him. You never watch all the lowdowns. You had to run Anna to work. Well, yeah, I didn't say I watched all of the lowdown. I said I watched the lowdown. If I was able to sit and watch the whole lowdown, then I would have been in the showdown. One-armed swan's not in our squad. I mean, I watch mostly because I want to be better at Football Manager. Doesn't work. Yeah, fair enough. Quick question. Do you feel like a heel or a baby face? Oh, in the showdown recently, I've definitely been playing the heel. Have I ever played World of Warcraft? For like 20 minutes, didn't like it. You have a stalker. Who's my stalker? What have I missed? I don't want a stalker. Favorite emoji. I don't have a favorite emoji. Oh my word. Sometimes I think you people forget how old I am. You'll be asking me who my favorite rapper is next. Your wanted poster is amazing. I spent time on that. Ever played any of the Borderlands series? Yes, I have. All of them. And enjoyed them all very much. Borderlands is great. Stay with me, Dimigugu. I see you a suit, Jericho. Or list Jericho. Sometimes my brain doesn't work quickly enough to keep up with what's going on in the chat, I think. Favorite TikTok creator. Actually, I do have a favorite TikTok creator because I own TikTok merch. I can't remember his name. What the hell is his name? It's the only person I follow on TikTok. You lot probably know what his name is more than I do. I've got to find TikTok on my phone. I only watch his TikToks because Anna sends me them. I'm now logging into TikTok so that I can see who the only person I follow is. My phone's just being really slow. So the only person I follow on TikTok is Parker James. There you go. Parker James is my favorite TikTok creator. He is the one person I follow on TikTok because I think his videos are really funny. I only watch them when Anna sends them to me. I never just go on TikTok to have a look. Right, we're getting Jason Ward-Prowse. The next Tom Finney is in. Here's one for you, Kev. Do you remember people's phone numbers after you've stored them in your phone? No. Kev's increasingly becoming more of my kind of person. Looks up at Vault Simple of my setup. I mean, if you've ever seen, I don't know if you've ever seen any of my vlogs, see our living room covered in, we've got the, both of the Borderlands loot crates in there. We used to have a map of, the map on our living room wall at the old house. Anna in particular is a massive Borderlands fan, but I've enjoyed all the Borderlands games. Somewhere I've got a Claptrap model. He might be cupboard under the stairs now. I used to have a couple of Claptrap figures. Can only assume he's called Parker James because he wears a big coat in his TikToks. Yes, it's absolutely that. Do I still remember my dad's landline number? Yes, but only because it was my landline number for 20 years. If he moved house and got... I don't know my landline number. I don't even know what my area code is for my landline where I live now. No idea. But yeah, I still remember my dad's landline number because it was my phone number for years. Do you ever get burnt out posting every day on YouTube? No. If I did, I wouldn't. As in, I wouldn't post every day. Have I heard of the poker night at the inventory? Yeah, I think I've got him. Hold on. To Steam. Yes, there you go. I've played 15 minutes of it, so I must have enjoyed it. Last played in 2013 for 15 minutes. Looks like I had a great time playing that. But yeah, I've heard of it. Which Switch game do I play most often? Probably Civilization. Or Minecraft. Just saw home. What's going to break next? Well, things are being replaced now. So I've given up on the wide camera for now. But I've sorted out the lighting. We have the lighting sorted. Thought you might appreciate the various characters. Oh yeah, that's the reason I got it. Probably because of the characters. I like poker. I like the characters that are in it. But playing poker not for money is stupid. We must have bought the poker game because there was a good deal on. Scotty. Oh, Scotty. That upset me a little bit. I might have to time you out. Right. We've still got loads of money left. We still don't really need any players. We've got a couple of weeks of transfer window left. We're just looking for bargains, keeping an eye out for bargains, really. Sven. He's a right back / defensive midfielder. We don't really need a defensive midfielder, but he'd be our best right back as well. He can also play central midfield. I don't know if he'd get a work permit. Let's offer him a contract. We're just shopping for bargains. Bum, 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 bum. Don't know why we'd put a relegation wage drop in. If we get relegated, we've got more problems than wage drops. I'm liking home more right now. I don't really know why. Home's awesome. That's why. Kevin, how are you? I'm very good, thank you. Very kind of you to ask. Moderately so, but it's... I'm confused. I feel like you're talking to someone else and I don't know what's going on. I feel like I'm jumping partway into a conversation there and I don't know what's happening. Ah, there you go. Confirmation that that is what's happened. Is Mrs. Wearmouth behaving at home? Never. Mrs. Wearmouth doesn't know how to behave. She's evil. Steven Zambrano is going out on loan. Come on, there must be more bargains appearing. Kevy wants a bargain. How's my team looking? Awesome. That's how the team is looking. I really want this guy. How quickly do hips take to fix? We need to give that guy a new hip. We could still do with another defender. I think we're actually running on a transfer profit so far this summer. Okay, maybe we're not. If we looked at the deals that went through beforehand, though, we would be. No, actually, we wouldn't. Yeah, we wouldn't. Can we sell some clauses? Let's bring in all the money we can. I don't want to owe money to anybody. Ugh, no. I don't want to give anybody money. I wanted to bring money in. So these are all things we'd owe. I don't like that at all. Yeah, we're exceeding FFP, but we're going to get promoted, so it doesn't matter. FFP will only come into play if we don't go up, and we're going to go up, so it doesn't matter. If we don't go up, I'll resign. Rodson Bamboo. Bum, 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 bum. Bottom. Show my team. I just did. Showed the team just a minute ago. Yes. There you go. Here's the team again. I think it's looking pretty solid. Kev's going to the Premier League either way. Who cares about Sheffield? Exactly. Exactly. That's the spirit. So non-league to legend save. We don't have to worry about the club. We just need to make sure that my career progresses. And I'm not being measured on how well I follow budgets. I'm being measured on how many football matches I win. On a different note, enjoyed your YouTube video today. Hope things with Andy and the school situation get sorted soon. Fingers crossed they will. I'm just going to keep making a fuss in the media until they do. I gave them so much warning. But now the time has come for me to just make a pain in the backside of myself. When am I going to do a legend to non-league series? Never. It'd be boring, wouldn't it? Just be constantly getting sacked and relegated. Don't think that'd be as fun as some people might think it would be. So another one of those things like managing the MLS, which you think you'd enjoy because of the novelty of it, until you actually have to sit through it and realize that once the novelty wears off after 3 videos, it's like, this is rubbish. It's boring. When are the TV interviews? I've got one tomorrow morning. Would I ever do a Pentagon challenge? No, because again, people like the idea of it, and they are fun to play, but they're really boring to watch because it's just you just take a long time to win your first league, and then as soon as you've won your first Champions League, you then just walk into another team or win the Champions League a year or 2 later, and then you walk into another team, and it just becomes moving from big club to big club around the world, winning Champions Leagues. It gets old fast. It's another one of those things that people think would make for good content, and it doesn't. What channel will it be on? No idea. It's ITV News, but when, where, and how it'll be on, I don't know. I'm so big time now, I don't even ask. My can't even remember what my manager calls it. My thing that they send out to potential brands and media people. It's full anyway. So I don't need new stuff for it, and they keep it up to date, so I don't need to track down the links. That's their job. So I don't really know. I imagine there is a link for some of the stuff somewhere, but I don't follow up on it all. I know what I've said. I was saying this to Anna the other day when I was on the radio on Friday, and she was trying to find it. Why didn't you get a link? Because I know what I said. I was there. Why? I don't need to listen to it back. I know what I said. I remember it. It was yesterday. They don't call it a portfolio. I can't remember what they do call it. It's some really wangy name. But that's their job to keep up with, so I don't have to go and find the links anymore. Dun, dun, dun. Show reel. There is a show reel that's part of it, but that's not what the overall thing is called. But they have made me a show reel, which is around somewhere. Which stuff like that will go into, I'm sure. There's no new names appearing on here ever, is there? Sizzle reel. I wish it was called a sizzle reel. Did Anna find the interview in the end? Yeah, I think. Don't ask me for a link because I didn't ask her. But I know she's listened to it, so she must have found it. Unless someone found it for her. But I don't have the link anymore. Right, the next Tom Finney is going out on loan for the season to rot her ham. Because he's the next Tom Finney. Can we nickname him the next Tom Finney? No, because he's already got a great name. He's the next Ward Prowse. Because he's the current Ward Prowse. Prieto wants to leave, does he? Well, it ain't going to happen. Does he look Spanish to you? What will it take to keep you here? I want to be playing in the Premier Division. Well, that's what we're going to do. I don't want you to give me a we've already done our transfers. I don't want to let you leave. I don't want to find a replacement. That one. I'm not going to actively try and sell you, but you have my word. I won't send in your way if a reasonable fee can be negotiated. I think that's fair. Right. Value-wise, we want £40 million. That's not good enough. You're going to have to do better than that. Let's say £34 million. That works for me. There you go. I think that's fair. What interesting team names have I noticed in the Born in the USA save? Loads. There's too many to mention. Dun, dun, dun. Right. Soul Patch. Any more for any more? Can we squeeze in any more players before the end of the stream? It's just the same old faces. We haven't had a really good... Didn't we sign this guy? Oh, no, he wouldn't come to us without a work permit, which was annoying. That's the guy who is broken, so we can't get him. I want this guy. But he's not going to get a work permit because the last Chinese player we got doesn't have a work permit either. But it'd be good to get another Chinese player. Let's make another inquiry. Just fill our team with Chinese players. Hydrate. Okay. Lovely, lovely. Sven Lang. Who the hell is Sven Lang? Oh, yeah, I remember. We're spending £5 million on him. I remember him. In you come, Sven. In you come. Beautiful. Go learn the language, Sven. Oh, we can... Oh, in fact, it's not August yet. We can't apply for work permits for those two players yet. So we can't actually do that until the season is underway. Which is a little bit upsetting. Let me just check if that's the case. Where is he? Who's not got a work permit? Hao Chow hasn't got a work permit. Can we apply for one? Yeah, we can. Oh, no, we can't. 18 more days until we can apply for one. Fair enough, then. Right, did we get an answer back about the Chinese left back? Because I'd like to sign him. Apparently we didn't. We made an inquiry. They're taking a long time to come back and tell me how much they want for him. Is it Sven, the architect from How I Met Your Mother? I mean, I have no idea what any of that means. I've not seen How I Met Your Mother. Well, I've seen like half an episode of it, realised it was dross, and didn't watch any more. Don't think we're going to get him, are we? We might just be at the end of our transfers. Unless someone spectacular appears. Panamarenko, what a name. We've got to try for this guy. I know he's not going to get a work permit and he's not going to pass the medical, but we have to. I owe it to myself to try and sign him. And he would come in as a star player. Oh, I got a little bit too clicky there. Right. Let's see. You never know. We might get him. We've got so much money left. I've never had a transfer window where I've got to the end of it and still had more money left. I mean, I've got more money left now than I started the window with. We started this stream with £32 million of transfer budget. Even after all these players, I've still got £38 million. And I can't spend it. There's no one to spend it on. Right, Mora. Is he going to get in our team? He might do. So on that basis, we won't loan him out. In a different universe, I get Sven Lang when I select my Austrian name in the gameplay. That is very true. That could have been Mike making his glorious return to the stream. And how glorious it would have been. Bum 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 ba-dum bum 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 ba-dum bum 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 ba-dum bum bum bum. Right, I think we haven't actually heard back from that Mazzala yet. I am bumming again. I love bumming. What can I say? Dun, 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 dun. Bum, bum, bum. Bum, 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 bum. Right. I think that's going to be that for tonight's transfers. We might just squeeze in one game just to see how the boys are looking. Okay. Possibly not the best choice of words. It was an accurate choice of words. We're going to play a game. I know I said we were only going to do the transfer window, but it's posh. It's the first game of the season. I want to see how we're getting on. I mean, to be fair, almost all of these were here last season. We've got 3 new players at the back, a goalkeeper, left back, centre back. Chris Roundtree, if you're in, Chris, you are about to make your Sheffield United debut. Posture check. There we go. Posture is checked. Let's see how we get on against the mighty Peterborough United. I'm sure we're probably going to win because we are great. I just need to reply to a text message. Apparently Lucy needs my address for the census, which is odd because she doesn't live here and has never lived here. And I don't know why Lucy's filling in the census because it's per household. And I don't know why they're doing it at this time of night. I did the census the day it came through the post. Why have people waited until today? I'm so confused. Is that Curtis Jones in the posh team? I didn't see any of that first half because I was too busy replying to that message. I don't know. No. Callum Jones. If you stay somewhere for 30 plus days, you have to put it in. She doesn't, though. But it said to do it on the Sunday. No, it says to do it as the Sunday. So you have to do it based on who would be at the address on that night. But I knew who'd be here, so I just did it the day it came through. Oh, that was wrong. You only put the day they ask, which is the 21st. Yeah, exactly. So today is the last day for doing it. Yeah, but anyone who leaves it till the last day, grow up. Just get it done. Get it out of the way. Does Amy stay for more than 30 days? Yes. But I'm pretty sure it didn't ask that. Because it's more than 30 consecutive days, I think, if you double check the wording on it. And she never stays for more than 30 consecutive days. Well, my point is Lucy shouldn't be doing a census. Her mum should be. Bum, 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 bum. In fact, I'm going to ask. So I'm asking. She's never lived here. Why did she need it? I don't understand. Ah, there we go. I'm going to go and deal with that because they're confusing me. So we are going to end the stream there anyway. Yeah, that was well worth squeezing the game in at the end of the stream, wasn't it? Let's find somebody to raid, and I'll go and find out what on earth my children are up to. This is where I find out they've been living on their own for the last several years, and I didn't realise. So we are going to raid. We're going to raid Herb. Herb's actually playing Football Manager. This can't be right. So we're going to raid Herb. We'll be back here tomorrow night, 7-ish, as ever, for more delicious Football Manager goodness. It is just Herb the Nerd, isn't it? Yeah, so we're going to raid Herb and have a lovely rest of your evening, boys and girls. Don't forget to do your census if you haven't already done it. I'll see you back here tomorrow night, 7 p.m-ish. Toodle pip, everybody. Bye-bye now. Bye.